There was once a South African singer by the name Lucky Dube. This South African singer sang the song, "We are living in a crazy world." And it's true, we are living in a crazy world. And the craziness of this world is being caused by a certain group of individuals. And I guess by now you know who those individuals are.
At the end of this month, there will be a conference in Lusaka, or a summit in Lusaka, Zambia, my country, led by the United States. They have come to Southern Africa to teach us democracy. A country that was opposed to our liberation, a country that supported colonial regimes, the apartheid regime in South Africa, the white racist minority regime in Zimbabwe, now Rhodesia, now Zimbabwe, the Portuguese colonial governments in Mozambique, in Angola, in Guinea-Bissau, and Cape Verde, today is coming to Africa to teach us about democracy. A country that has toppled so many governments in Africa, that has led so many coups in Africa and other parts of the world. A country that has killed so many of our leaders in Africa and other parts of the world. The killers of Patrice Lumumba, those who toppled Kwame Nkrumah, those who killed Nasser, those who killed Muammar Gaddafi, today are coming to teach us about democracy. A country that has been built on brutal force, on enslavement of other human beings, on the humiliation of Africans, the exploitation of Africans, the plunder of Africa, today is coming to teach us about democracy. That's the arrogance, the imperialist arrogance, the racist arrogance that we are subjected to. We cannot have democracy where there is hegemony of the strongest, mightiest imperialist power. We cannot have democracy where a country's resources, a country's decisions are dictated to by another country. A country that is dominated by another country cannot be democratic. A country that lacks sovereignty cannot be democratic. A people that cannot decide for themselves cannot be democratic. A colony, a neo-colony cannot be democratic. That's why today, even at the United Nations, membership is on the basis of sovereignty. Only sovereign nations can be members of the United Nations, because only sovereign nations can decide for themselves. A colony cannot be a member of the United Nations. It's not by accident. It's not a mistake. If you have no respect for the dignity of others, if you have no respect for the sovereignty of other countries, you cannot claim to be a champion of democracy.
This video is not to incite anything. This video is for educational purposes only. A white person was able to come up front in an interview, and he revealed a very shocking revelation. A revelation that I find it's not a revelation. It's something which we already know. You understand? This white individual said that he was told to come to Africa and try and wipe out Africans by injecting them with a virus so that Africans would die upon having this virus on them in the disguise of providing vaccination. They would pretend they come here to donate and bring vaccination in civilization and education, but instead they want our resources and they come here and inject us with diseases like the one which this white man is about to tell us. I want us to listen to him, and then I shall share with you my thoughts by the end of the video, where we shall also have a deep, critical analysis. Let's dive in.
Anything from 5,000 people upwards.
Now, guys, I want you to sit back and think. Why do you think it's easy for such people to find opportunity to come and do such things? And they talk it blindly, openly. You know, they don't care that Africans will arrest them, because these things are being done to Africans, but we care not to arrest such individuals. In fact, our leaders, it's as if they are in support of such things, you know. African leaders are the ones who should come up front and stop the dependency that they are putting on the Western countries. They should come up front and stop dependency on Western aid. It is good to have help. It is good to seek for assistance. But it is not good to neglect everything that you have, neglect all your responsibility, because you know there is someone who will provide you aid. We are forgetting that African DNA, African people are the most endangered human being on this earth. The black skin, such as the one I'm putting on, is the most endangered skin in the world. Many times, in many ways, they have tried to do away with us Africans. They have tried to take us out, you know. You know, during the slave trade, which took place between Africa, America, and Europe and South America, we had a lot of these white people come here to Africa, convince our leaders, and our leaders would sell us out. You know, leaders have part in this. They just can't come and do these things without the permission or the consent of our African leaders. Now, I come back and I look at it and I say that we Africans, we are the ones who are quick to denounce our religion. We are the ones who are quick to denounce our culture. An African is somebody who will insult another African because they don't understand English. An African is a person who will judge, who will insult, or rather a person who would measure intelligence by how fluent they speak English. Well, let me tell you something. The fluency of your speech, the fluency of your communication is not a guarantee of a clear thought. A clear thought is not a guarantee of fluent speech, if you get me. Africans, if we learn to depend on ourselves, we already had our own trees like the ones you see around me. These trees are medicines that Africans used in the past for drugs, for medication, for housing, for building, you know, for cooking. We don't need all this that has come from the West. But because we think we are insufficient, we will continue needing things from these people and they will continue suppressing us. Until we wake up as black people, be smart, be intelligent, choose the right leaders, because these leaders are the ones who are selling us out. And with no time, we will look back and we will see we are no more. And the person who will have sold us is our leaders. And again, I told you about the slave trade. Another thing is the slave trade which happened, which is recorded in the holy books, in which the Israelites were enslaved for 400 years. Let me tell you this. We have some Israelites who are black. We have some Jews who are black. Not all Jews are white. Not all Jews are brown. You know, some of the Jews are black. Some of the Jews are brown. And Through these, we can also see that Africans have faced oppression. It started long time ago. It's high time we collect ourselves as endangered species and we look upon ourselves and say, no, let's put an end to this. Let's come together. Let's work together. Whoever tries to bring division in Africa, let him receive the right amount of punishment. Yeah, you do wrong in Africa, we punish you. That is how I think it should go. That is how I think it should be. Yeah. So guys, remember to subscribe to the channel. I will surely appreciate.